Who is this program designed for? Well, this is designed for young children still within their critical period window. Now, what is the critical period? Let's talk about that. Most of the time you hear about the critical period in terms of language acquisition. It's a time when children just seem to soak up a language or languages effortlessly. It's a time of great mental elasticity in a child's younger years. Once the critical period closes, once that window closes, the ability to learn a language to the level of a native speaker also closes. It ends. The critical period starts at birth. Some people believe prior to birth and lasts, well, nobody really knows for sure, but the consensus seems to be anywhere from 4 to the age of 12. That is, the critical period seems to close somewhere from the age of 4 onwards. But it seems, in my experience, to close sometime around the age of 4. Having taught English to children in Taiwan, I can tell you that there was a distinct difference in ability between children that started from age 3 and those that started at age 4. Children that started at age 3, just 1 year earlier, ultimately achieved a level of English on par with a native speaker, while those that started around age 4, I noticed, tended to have accents. Just 1 year seemed to make that big of a difference. Now, in our case, we're talking about a tonal language, notes, the musical notes that make up music. So my point is, the earlier you start this, the better. Now, I'd like to read a definition of the critical period. This definition comes from Wikipedia, which has as good a definition as any. The critical period is a maturational stage in the lifespan of an organism during which the nervous system is especially sensitive to certain environmental stimuli. If, for some reason, the organism does not receive the appropriate stimulus during this critical period to learn a given skill or trait, it may be difficult, ultimately less successful, or even impossible to develop some functions later in life. So it's important to do this program while your child is still within the window of their critical period. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Children that are too old, it's just not going to work. And for adults, it's not going to work either. So now is the time, if your child is within the critical period window, to start this program and continue with it until that critical period closes.